Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into H.B. Fuller's latest 8K filing. It's like trying to assemble furniture without the instructions challenging, but hopefully we'll get some clarity on where the company is heading. It looks like they announced their recent operating results. Let's decode this and see what's really going on. This report filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission is basically a snapshot of important business events. In this case, it's all about H.B. Fuller, sharing how they did in the first quarter of this year. That ended in March. So the big news here is that on March 26th, H.B. Fuller Company spilled the beans on their financial performance for the first quarter. To get the full picture, they included a press release as part of this report. It's like the company giving us a highlights reel of the last 3 months at least. That's the goal. Okay, let's talk about the money and how the business is doing. The company officially announced how its business performed during the first quarter. This is where we usually see key numbers that tell us if the company is growing, shrinking, or just treading water and how profitable they really are. To get the full picture of what's going on, H.B. Fuller included a press release with the report. This is where they highlight the key numbers and offer some explanations or context. It also included something called an interactive data file. Think of it as a digital version of the report. Now, it's important to note, and they explicitly state that the information included in this report is not necessarily filed in the official sense, even if it's included. It's more like a heads up about what's happening. Now let's step back and take a wider view. How is H.B. Fuller positioned? Well, the company has been around a while and is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol FUL. Looking at this filing, it focuses on a press release announcing the company's first quarter performance. We don't get the detailed financial statements in this particular document, but we can assume that the press release contains highlights. Since this is just an 8K filing announcing results, we don't get a deep dive into things like risk factors or legal issues here. That information typically comes in their quarterly 10Q or annual 10K filings. From just this quick look, without the detailed numbers, it's tough to make a solid call on the company's direction. We need to see more about revenue growth, profitability trends, and how they're managing their expenses. If the numbers are up, things are going well. However, if their sales are down while expenses are up, that might point to problems on the horizon. Ultimately, without the hard numbers from the press release, it's difficult to draw firm conclusions. However, keeping an eye on these announcements can give you a sense of how the company is performing leading up to those more detailed reports. Alright, that's a wrap for this Corporate Decoder. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more easy to understand financial analysis. Let me know in the comments what companies you'd like me to decode next. Thanks for watching.